Welcome back to the Geek Boutique podcast for, what's the date today? March 16th, here in the year of our Lord 2023. No, do not adjust your sets. You don't see JS because he's not here. It is I, Messiah Complex Cosplay, also just some freaking nerd named Jeff, and I am joined this week by the incomparable, by the amazing, by the wonderful Megan at That Valkyrie Girl. How are you today, Megan?
I am good. How are you? Are you ready? Are you excited?
I am not. I am not remotely ready. Before we get started, though, guys, hopefully you are watching us live on YouTube. If not, of course, you can go back onto YouTube and watch with video in its entirety. Afterwards, it will post right away. If you are one of those, though, that likes to listen to us, and there are quite a few of you that like to listen to us, you can find us on your favorite podcast platform, or you can go to geekboutique.podbean.com and you can find us there as well. That's our main site. But at Stitcher, Spotify, Google Podcasts, you name it, if you just search up the Geek Boutique, you will see. This is episode 81. So we are closing in on the big 100. It's been over a year now that we've been doing these. So yeah, exactly. And once again, we're going to ask everybody on YouTube, if you could, please hit that subscribe button. Takes you 4 seconds, costs you absolutely nothing, but it helps us out tremendously. We have a goal in mind for this year, and you guys are helping us get there. If you like what you see, throw a like. And if you want to leave a comment, let us know what you maybe want to see, what we're talking about, or you want to suggest a topic, or hey, maybe you want to be a guest. Throw a comment down below. We'll give you the tools that you need to go ahead and get started on that. Megan, where is Jay? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Huh?
There he is.
Hey!
JS has entered the chat.
Woo!
Megan, tell the folks, the kind folks watching here, where is JS this week? Why isn't he here?
What I was saying, JS decided that it was more important to be at the Metro Toronto Convention Center, setting up for Toronto Comicon.
That's
we appreciate, because we don't want to do the 2-hour drive to Toronto, so they're just taking.
They're absolutely leaning into one and taking for the team. Megan and I will not get there. We'll get there separately. We will get there tomorrow morning, first thing, as far as that goes. But yeah, they are there. So this week's Geek Boutique topic for our listeners and our watchers at home, we are going to be talking about Toronto Comicon. Wait a minute. I do believe we may have a guest joining us here on the stream.
Hey!
Who's that?
Right now, it's you. I don't know how to turn the camera around.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter because I'm here.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Absolutely, we can. I don't know. There we go. Perfect.
Hey.
Yes. So, guys, they are live at Toronto Comicon, getting the booth all set up. We can see producer Jen in the background. We had Rob the Bad Guy's lovely face right in front of the camera there. And
Guys, it's pandemonium over here right now. Everybody's in setup mode. There's forklifts going through. The Doctor Who Society's here already. The Daleks are being put together.
a forklift just drove by you. That's Groot is saying Jen, the goddess of everything.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I don't understand how I can turn my camera around in this.
I am not one to give you advice on technical knowledge.
There we go.
There you go.
I do find it funny that you're on the stream as Jeff, which is hilarious.
I am on the stream as Jeff. I don't know why. That's
You got
kind of
Jeff
weird.
in stereo this week, kids.
No.
What's better than what, Jeff?
Our booth space, guys, 2125. Cosplay Alliance is going to be right next to us. Doctor Who Society is already here, like I said. The food court is over here. It doesn't look like it's much of a food court.
I don't imagine it would.
Yeah,
It's saying we're separated at birth. I agree. And Jordan's giving a nice little shout out here to Rob. Rob looks great. He's been working out. He sure has. He is a hunk of
He really has. I mean, look at this stud over here. I mean, he is in better shape than he's ever been. I've never known him to be in such good shape. So
I do him. Stephen Groot is saying hello, boys. Absolutely. Thank you, Stephen.
Hey, and Jen.
There's producer Jen. Without
we just wanted to
Be
We
nothing.
just want-
Natasha, right? Can't wait to see everybody. Sorry, JS, go ahead.
Yeah, we just wanted to quickly jump on. We are parked in the loading dock, and we have to get out of there very quick. So we just wanted to come on, say hi, say what's up to everybody. Hope we see everybody here this weekend because it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
But we're going to let you guys do your thing, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Sweet. Thanks, brother. Nice live from the con show floor.
Yeah.
As our buddy Andrew saying, show floor preview. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Well done, guys. Well done. So yeah, there you have it. If you're wondering what we're doing this weekend, that's what we're doing this weekend. That was our booth. Yeah, it's crazy. That's Keith was saying 2 Jeffs. Now we're in trouble. It's okay. We're back down to 1. We're fine.
Only 1. We only need 1. 1's enough.
Stephen G is asking us, what day are you all most excited for? Looks like Saturday will be the busy one. I mean, Saturday is always the busy one. So I don't know that I have a day specifically that I'm more excited for. What about you, Megan? Have you got a day that you're maybe based on what cosplays we're doing or meetups we're having? Like, is there a day that you're really looking forward to?
I don't know. There's something, it's such a cop-out answer, but there's something of each day that I'm really excited for. I think for the costume, I'm most excited for Saturday because that's the one that I actually have made for this con this year, which when I used to do Toronto Comicon all the time back before the plague, I would make a new costume for every day of each con that I went to. I don't have the time or the money for that anymore. So
Amen. Amen. And you guys might notice I am highlighting a lot of your comments here on the actual stream. And I'm doing that because I think I've said before, and I think we talked about this in the pre-show, this week's episode, we really want to make this week's episode about you. I know not everybody in the stream is going to Toronto Comicon, so we get that. But we do want that to be the focus of. We want to hear about, if you're not going this year, but you've gone in previous years, give us some of your previous experiences. That's a great question that Steven just asked us. What day are we looking forward to? What day are you guys looking forward to? Are you guys going to dress up? What costumes are you wearing? Is there a particular vendor you're looking forward to seeing? Let us know. Is there a celeb that you're going to meet or get a photo with or get an autograph or something? Who's that you're excited to see? So we want to make this episode about you guys. You guys hear us blah, blah, blah about bullshit all the time. We want to get you guys more involved and more interactive. So I'm going to keep just shotgunning comments into the stream here.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, the triplets reunited at last. Absolutely. For sure. Michael is saying no crepes. That is an inside joke. I don't know if the crepe vendor is there, but we can absolutely pray that he is not. Friend of the podcast, Myers Corp Creations, saying hardworking Geeks and Co team. Yeah, man, no one works harder than us. Gotta maintain that hustle, man. Natasha Wright saying see you. We will see you there, Natasha. Absolutely. Definitely looking forward to the meetups. Yeah, I mean, so just so you guys know, and we talked about this. We are going to go over the itinerary that the Geeks & Co. are going to be following through the week. Megan, why don't you give our viewers a sneak peek into, well, not a sneak peek, but let them know the schedule for the meetups if you've got that information handy in front of you.
I was going to say, I believe I remember it. So we're going to be doing meetups at the Cosplay Photo Park each day. So one Friday, one Saturday, and one Sunday. Friday is going to be Star Trek at 1 p.m. So if you can meet us there, if you've got a Trek cosplay. Then on Saturday is going to be at 2:30, and that's going to be our Marvel Day. So that will be
featuring.
I will say, and featuring the Predators. So that'll be the day that the boys are going to be in their big get-ups. So
yeah,
I don't envy them. They're going to be very warm.
Yep, they sure are.
They are all the time, every time they wear them, but they keep doing it because people love it. You got to give people what they want.
What time is that one again?
That one is 2:30.
2:30. Yep. Okay.
And then Sunday we've got the DC, and that's going to be at 1 o'clock again.
So all of those guys are going to be at the Cosplay Photo Park, which is literally like one aisle away from our booth. The Cosplay Photo Park backs onto the food court. So if you found the food court at any point in your travels in the North Building, you're going to find the cosplay photo park, and by extension, you'll probably find our booth because we're absolutely right there. So
yeah, I was saying the cosplay photo park. I think there's one aisle of booths that aren't us, and then we're on the other side.
And then there's us. My boy Steve here in London, Ontario, not the cool London, but the other London, giving some tips here. Anyone in the London area, Michael's had three to four big rolls of Warbler from $2 down to 80-ish. Pretty good deal. It's down 280 from Steve, you lost me here, brother. They're $2 or they're
from 200.
Oh, I got you from 200 down to 80. Yeah, no, that's a hell of a deal. I was like, for $2, I'll take your entire stock. Stephen G saying, I'm super pumped that Carl Urban will be there. I'll bust out the Knight of Rohan cosplay for that one. I do not blame you. I do not blame you at all. Carl Urban. Is there anybody that's got more geek cred than Carl Urban at this point?
No, I was thinking about it because even with what we're doing for the for the weekend, I'm like, okay, well, he's done a Trek, he's done a Marvel. Has he done DC?
No, but he's also done Lord of the Rings. He's done the Bourne movies. There's so much. Dudes. And he's Judge Dredd. Like the dude has so much geek cred, it's bananas. I don't know if anybody's got more geek cred than he does.
So much.
Victoria Brown saying, I'm the same as Megan, pretty much to a T. New self-made cosplay on Saturday, but every day has something to look forward to. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of why we do it, right? Yeah. Andy Serkis also has a bunch. Yeah, dude. Also, a Lord of the Rings alum. Multiple Star Wars roles. My apologies, Star Wars role. Ulysses Claw. A bit wasted, unfortunately. Left us way too soon. I loved his interpretation of Ulysses Claw.
I would say it was definitely a good part of that movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Our buddy Sam Sino, I got the photo op with him back in 2019. Might come get it signed. And of course, what did you wear when you met him? In your dread suit. Yeah. So if for those of you that don't know, that is Sam Sino or Sino Creations on Instagram, and his Judge cosplay is bananas. Like he looks like he just walked off. Every time I see it, I'm like, I should do that. And then I ask him how much it was, and I go, I shouldn't do that.
You should not do that. We all appreciate Sam's cosplay, but we just no.
And yeah, I mean, I've picked the brains of a lot of the different the judges that kind of all run together, and it's a similar response from everybody. Like, yeah, it's all the money that you have. Also leather, super hot inside. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, Andy Serkis, I wish he was doing more than one day. What day are you doing Dread, Sino? I don't know if he's doing it this weekend. I don't know what your lineup is, Sam. If you want to, guys, for all of you, if you've got a cosplay lineup, please go ahead and post it in the chats. I will throw it up here on the screen. In the meantime, Megan and I can let you know what we'll be dressing up as for the weekend. So on Star Trek Day, we'll start with that. That is Friday. I am going to be playing Captain Christopher Pike. That's played by actor Anson Mount from the new Star Trek Strange New Worlds TV show that we are absolutely loving. And I am going to have a butt ton of Strange New Worlds cosplayers with me on that day. Like this one. Megan, what are you cosplaying on Friday?
I will also be cosplaying Strange New Worlds, and I am going to be Christine Chapel. Because if I've got a chance to, it's my only day with a wig, so I might as well make it a good one.
I mean, fair. I'm just going to spray some gray in my hair, and I'm going to get a bump it. Get the hair as big as I can get. Some of you know what a bump it is, some of you don't. If you don't know, go look it up, go Google it. I'm not going to describe what a bump it is, but guys, yeah, let us know in the chat there what your cosplay is going to be this weekend. If you got it sorted out. See no photo given us probably not this weekend for Dread. If I do go on Sunday, I might wear my OC cowboy. OC, by the way, guys, original content, original character. Still up in the air though. No, by all means, absolutely. Michael Myers debuting Ghost Rider on Saturday. Fuck yeah, dude! I cannot wait to see that. What a great Marvel character for you to bring out. That's going to be amazing. I cannot wait to see you. That's awesome. Keith is saying, if you got Pike's hair mountain figured out, I'm just going to pile it up. There's going to be a lot of like back brushing and blow drying, and I'm just going to pile it up as high as it'll go. And every picture will have to be taken of me directly on. Like,
because from the side, it'll just
as soon as I turn to the side, you're just going to be like this huge, like there'll be a cliff. It's just going to fall right off the back. It's not going to be good. So make sure. Natasha, right. Friday is Ghostface, Saturday is Elektra, Sunday is Harley Quinn. Awesome. See,
Nice.
Marvel on Saturday, DC on Sunday. Make sure you come out to the meetups, Natasha, if you have an opportunity. 2:30 on Saturday, 1 o'clock on Sunday. Pike and Chapel are tied for my faves on SNW. I mean, yes, they're.
He's a man of taste.
Yeah, he is a man of taste. Holy bump it, what a throwback is what I'm saying. Absolutely.
Was that long ago?
I feel like they were. I feel like it's been a minute since there were bumpets. So Michael Delaney is Friday SNW. Yeah, so Friday Michael would be playing my science officer, Mr. Spock, because we will essentially be like the bridge crew of the Enterprise, basically, from the Strange New World. So yes, Michael will be doing Spock, and I cannot fucking wait to see it. Jamie, our friend Jamie, who is also a member of the Geeks and Company. Friday, I'll be a Geeks and Co. booth girl, and Saturday, I'll be a Geeks and Co. booth girl. Oh, really? Hey, what are you going to be on Sunday, Jamie? Why don't you tell everyone here what you're going to do on Sunday? Yeah,
the most important thing of all.
Victoria Brown, Friday, Jennifer Walters, Saturday, Belle, Sunday, Catwoman. So what we do here, Victoria, is we switch around the Jennifer Walters and the Belle so that you can Jennifer Walters with our Marvel group on Saturday. But if you've not seen, so Victoria Brown is the dork side. If you've not seen her Catwoman from Matt Reeves, the Batman, it's ridiculous how much she looks like Zoe Kravitz in that movie. It's absolutely bananas. So Keith L says Natasha has an awesome Harley. Absolutely, for sure. Myers Corp had to move my photo shoot because the Saturday meetup time changed, brother. I mean, that's what we're talking about. By the way, guys, I should point out, if you're not sure or you haven't written this down or you don't know sort of when and where the meetups are, well, guess what? Toronto Comicon kind of got behind us on this after the success that we had for the DC meetup that we put together on our own last year. So you can go to the Toronto Comicon website and go to the schedule. You can see all 3 meetups that we talked about on their schedule. You can also download the app, the Toronto Comicon app, and it is in the app as well under the schedule. So you can see exactly what the Geeks & Co. are doing on each of those days. And it actually says like Geeks & Co. meetup. So very, very cool. Dan O'Neill saying I'm usually one of the drivers delivering all the display lighting. Hey, Megan.
Hello.
Hello. Jamie saying Sunday is my son's first birthday, so I'll just be a mom. I guess. Jeez. They turn 1 all the time. He's going to turn like 2 next. Like what? Aren't
you supposed to be the one of the 2 of us that actually likes children? Shouldn't I be the one saying that?
I mean, yes, but I'm also like, it's all about the hype. So I don't know. Yeah. Victoria's saying, shucks. So as we talked about at the top of the podcast, and as we got the little guest spot there from JS and from producer Jen and our buddy Rob the Bad Guy, they are there at the con. They're setting up right now. So we are also debuting some new stuff at the booth this year as well. If you've not had a chance to check out the YouTube channel and some of the videos that our lovely and talented Megan has been editing for us, yeah, exactly. Spending way too much of her time doing that. You can see that we are going to be moving towards more interactive and more complex set pieces for you guys to get your pictures taken either with us or, hey, guess what? On your own. You don't need to have any of us in the picture. So this year, JS and Rob have worked very, very hard on pillars. Stone-looking pillars that have all these glyphs on them that represent a bunch of different fandoms. They look so good. Amazing. And we have a new backdrop for the photos to go with that as well. So we are doing things a little bit differently, though, at this one, as opposed to the previous 2, Fan Expo and London Comic Con. We are asking you guys to take your own pictures. We have a dedicated camera person, but they're there to help it. By the way, that is our friend Teresa, who is Top Cosplay on Instagram. I've worked with Teresa a ton before, and she is the sweetest human you will ever meet in your entire life. But she is really there to document and provide us content for posting and YouTube and Instagram and all that kind of jazz. The previous photographers that we had, unfortunately, we got really I don't know what's the term that we want to use here. Got overutilized.
Yeah, say poor Victoria got really into
Victoria.
that entire weekend.
Yeah. So not only was she taking pictures of all the different people that came through the booth that wanted to get pictures with the different cosplayers and the different things that we had, but she was also taking their cell phones and taking pictures for them as well. So this year we are asking you guys, if you've got a friend with you, have them take the photo on your phone. If you don't, take some selfies maybe. I mean, if it's desperado times and one of us is free or available, I'm sure we can kind of help you out as far as that goes. But we all plan on doing a lot this weekend, so we're really going to be tied up. So we don't want you not to come to booth, and we don't want you to not get pictures. So like I said, if it comes down to like, if I can't, I'm here by myself, and if you don't take the picture for me, I won't get one. We don't want that to happen, but we'd like you to do everything in your power you can to make sure that you have someone to take these photos for you, and we don't just brutalize and abuse some poor photographer for the entire weekend, because we appear to be in a fairly high traffic area, right by the food court, right by the Doctor Who Society, right by the cosplay photo park. So we want to make sure that we're all sane by the end of this, because
I mean, it's just 3 days. It'll be fine.
So speaking of 3 days, Saturday, as we talked about, is Marvel Meetup Day along with the Predators. And I love how we're saying like Marvel and the Predators. Like it's not just going to be like the Predators and then we're just going to be like la la la. So Megan, why don't you start? What are you doing on Saturday?
Yep. So Saturday, I am going to be wearing my long put off costume that I just finally finished making, which is my new Black Widow suit. I have been delaying sewing this for I think an entire year, because I made yours last year when I was supposed to also make mine, and I did not.
You sure didn't. I know that was your pitch. You were like, well, I'm going to get enough material for both. So do you want me to make you one? I was like, heck yeah. And then like, that was literally like,
yours, and then I'm like, I don't want to sew another bodysuit yet.
Yeah, that's fair. Keith L saying Victoria's Catwoman is perfect. I see what you did there, Keith. Well done. Blew me away at Fan Expo last year. I think she pretty much blew everybody away with that one. That was for sure. The app finally uploaded the floor plan today. Michael is saying, right on time, Fan Expo. Right on time, Fan Expo. It also runs Toronto
Comicon.
Comicon.
To the last minute.
Speaking of the last minute, no, we won't spill the beans yet. So
okay,
there are beans to be spilled. We'll get through what our lineups are going to be from before I start to drop some and spill some beans. Jamie saying, I'm so excited to see the booth. Yeah, me too. I mean, they're already there working on it. It's a 10 by 20. So they gave us essentially a double booth.
Yep.
Our friends from the Cosplay Alliance will be in the booth right next to us. And then literally the Doctor Who Society is going to be right there. So yeah, it's going to be great. Sino saying, you can do it. Just remember to sleep. Sleep is for the weak. I will sleep when I'm dead. So, which for me is
I'll be sleeping at like 9:45, but
yeah,
that's just me.
I say that, but I'm going to be up at 4 a.m. tomorrow and packing and showering and finalizing everything and going through everything 14 times and then driving the 2.5 hours to get to Toronto with our friend Crazy Mike Cosplay, and then helping to finish any setup that's got to be done, and then getting into all my gear, and then this, spending a whole day being a jackass, and then yeah, I'm sure I'm probably by like 7 I'm going to be like,
just
if you see me sleeping by the booth, just sleep, just let me sleep, give me like 10 minutes to sleep. I'll be fine.
No, just lean over and just poke.
No poking. There is no poking. Thank you very much. No poking. I am the captain. Don't poke the captain. Thor is worthy. Our friend Eric, friend of the podcast, saying, what's up, Jeff? Eric, man, we are T-, man. We are counting down at this point. The boys and the girls are at the booth right now getting shit set up. They joined us a little bit earlier live on the podcast. It was fantastic. Don't forget to hydrate. I don't know what that means. Next. Yeah, it's not. Dude.
Water.
Here's the problem. Okay. Cosplay tip for everyone, because people always try to hand me like food and drink and everything else. So your buddy Jeff here has a very rudimentary digestive system. Whatever goes in comes out. That's just how it works. There's not a lot of like stops along the way, is what the point we're trying to make. So if I drink even like a little bit too much. And if I eat anything, I have to go to the bathroom, and some of the costumes are just not bathroom friendly. So I've just gotten to a point that almost every con, during the con, I don't eat or drink much at all. Now, having said that, Pike is actually very easy to go to the bathroom.
I was saying, like,
So,
it's a shirt and pants, dude.
yeah, I know. And to be fair, so I know you mentioned your Black Widow. So my Saturday is Captain America. So I'm going to be Captain America with a bit of a twist. So I have a free hugs sign that I'm going to have the whole time. So just so you guys know, just so because of the, you know, the how do I want to put this? I guess the current environment that we're in, I want to make sure that everything is completely above board. So I will not be soliciting hugs from anybody with my free hug sign. I will hold it. If you come up and you would like a hug, you can have a hug. And I don't care who you are, if you're dressed up, if you're not dressed up, if you're young or old, male or female, or non-binary, or straight or gay or queer or whatever. It doesn't, none of that matters on any level. If you would like a hug from Captain America on Saturday, you can have a hug from Captain America on Sunday. I will just not be offering the hugs out because that's not the vibe that I'm trying to put out there. So, but you can have as many hugs as you want, as long as I'm free and available. It's going to give me something to do while the boys are getting mobbed in their Predator suits. So
Yeah, there you go. I want to make sure to keep you busy.
Michael says, poke the captain. Michael is, how do I kick people out of here? It says I can hide the stream, but there's got to be a way for me to boot him out of here, right? Do not poke the captain. All right. You'll make the captain very grumpy. He's already a grumpy old man. 1-to-1 beer to water. No. Stephen G, I'll be coming by Sunday with my friend. She's very excited. It'll be her first time. Figured TCC would be a fun, easy one. Yeah, I mean, it's still a very large and busy con, but it's as far as like graduating up.
It's a good one.
Better than hitting Fan Expo for the first time. That would be.
My very first con was a Saturday of Fan Expo.
Wow.
And I don't know why. Well, no, I do know why. I don't know how. My anxiety was just like, yeah, it's fine.
Because you're a crazy person. That's why.
Yeah, fair. That is fair.
Pike has pantaloons, not this Pike, sir. Have you watched the Strange New Worlds? He does not have pantaloons. He's basically got like leggings or tights. So mine aren't quite that tight because I like breathing and bending and walking. But actually our friend Megan was kind enough to help me out with some alterations to those pants. So yes, they're still pretty fitted, not gonna lie. So yeah, that also makes eating and drinking difficult, because if I just stand there all day and retain water and eat a bunch of carbohydrates, it's just gonna be busting right out of them pants. So I can't do that. Got to keep this as PG as possible. My mouth already gets me in enough trouble. I don't need to lose my pants while I'm at it.
That is fair.
Oh man, you better have that sign next time too. Well, here's the thing. I was kind of dumb. I ordered the sign on Vistaprint and I got it like super fast. I made the sign red, white, and blue, which whatever, that's fine. I knew it was a Cap thing, but then I added a little thing on the bottom that's very specific to Cap. So it's going to be hard for me to use that sign when I'm anybody else, unless I just like put some like tape.
Just put some tape over it.
I could probably put some tape over that, but yeah, no, trust me guys, this will not be the only time I bring out the free hug sign. There will be more free hugs to give out. By the way, and I should mention it too, as long as you come up and ask, obviously I don't need to be holding the damn sign for you to come up and get a hug. You could do that. I'm just looking to facilitate it on Saturday with a sign. So
making sure to express to people that you are open for hugs.
I am a huggable that day. Our friend Michael, friend of the podcast, Michael Delaney, saying Saturday members of the Ontario the ONV Ontario mothership will be on patrol maintaining the peace. So if you are not a child of the 80s, you may not know that there was a monumental mini-series event on TV called V, like literally V. So not to be confused with V for Vendetta, not to be confused with the reboot. This is the original series. There are Michael's got like a whole crew with him, so they're going to be doing their V thing on Saturday. So I'm hoping obviously we're going to see them at the booth. Lululemons is what Eric is saying. They're pretty like, if you've watched Strange New Worlds, man, those pants are not fucking about. Like they're like
they're like, how tight can we make pants before it's not appropriate anymore?
Yeah. Really never noticed. We'll have to check, much like Flanders. I guess he's wearing nothing at all this show. Stupid, sexy Flanders. My lord, Saturdays at the expo are wild. Last year at the escalators was Starting Valley. Dude, Fan Expo, they were telling people, like, if you leave, you're not coming, you can't get back in.
Can't get back in.
Yeah, and yeah, they were definitely, like, if the fire marshal walked by that place, it was going to get brutalized, because yeah, it's just an absolute sea. If you people ask me, like, oh, why don't you go, like, between the north and the south building? Yeah, because I can't.
It takes you an hour to move.
You miss too much. That's there's no point in that. Michael saying, the pants have elastic back. They do, but I did have the waist taken in too, so it's not great.
You'll be fine.
Myers Corp asked a really good question, actually. Can the Predators give hugs? Get consent first, for sure. The issue with the Predator costumes is there are many pieces on them, and believe it or not, those costumes are quite fragile. So I definitely recommend you ask first, but you don't be shy if you don't be upset if you get a no, because while we can sort of fix some of the stuff on the fly, it does make it difficult. Every time something breaks, they got to come off the floor to fix it and everything else. So probably I would recommend not hugging the Predators if that's the case. Fighting the Predators, cool. Hugging the Predators, probably not. I know I'm speaking for them, but Eric's saying, but the question is, do you want a hug, Jeff? Yeah, everyone asked what the Jeff is doing. Nobody asked how the Jeff is doing. So. No one knows what it's like to be the sad man. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Pat, thank you. Of course I want the hugs. I wouldn't be I think it would be pretty stupid if I were to choose to have a free hug sign and then not want hugs.
A little counterintuitive there.
I would think. So, yeah. Maybe that day I'll get 2 hugs. Maybe I'll get 2,000 hugs. Who knows? Anybody want? But by the way, that is kind of why I chose Cap for Saturday, because I figure, is there a more huggable guy in the Marvel universe than Cap? I don't know that there is.
Pretty huggable.
He's right up there. He's super. They are more like leggings. Yeah, they really are. It's pretty bananas. So the ones that I got, and I think Michael and I got ours at the same place, are not quite that material, but it is still there. I took the stairs whenever I could, is what Sam Sino saying. Yeah, I mean, any different way you can try to get around that con during Fan Expo, we always recommend. We all have our Fan Expo horror stories for just the crowds that are there. Megan, do you have one in particular that kind of stands out for you for a way overstuffed Fan Expo?
Way overstuffed Fan Expo. Honestly, I was just so glad for where the booth was last year at Fan Expo, because of where we are sort of off to the side. I was able to actually breathe instead of when I left the con. I was like, I'm going to try and go and visit Jenica at her booth in Artist Alley. Didn't make it to her booth. Tried to find her booth. Couldn't move past the sea of people. Got extremely stressed out and went back to the Geeks & Co booth.
Here's another pro tip, especially if you do plan on spending time at one or two particular locations, like a lot of time at one or two particular locations, like we were last year. I made sure to get to the con a little bit early, like as early as I could, even if that meant only getting in there at 10, doing my kind of walking around then, and then finding a spot to kind of stabilize for the majority of the rest of the day. Because yeah, if it's Saturday and you try to get out into that floor at like 2:00, good fucking luck.
You need to take like an hour to try and get anywhere, even within the same building. If you're trying to go from one side of north to or the other side, or one side of south to the other side, just give yourself so much time, especially if you're a costume. Oh God.
Yeah. Sam saying Ultra State cosplay and I migrated between buildings and it took forever. No. I remember that. The first couple of years I was so excited to be at Fan Expo, and I remember wanting to like see everything. So I remember trying to get back and forth between the two buildings, between the north and the south. And yeah, like 45 minutes to an hour. And then by the time you're done in the day, you're just like I was there for like 6 hours, but I spent 2 of that traveling between the build. Like, why would I do that to myself? Like, it's no.
You miss out on so much time. You look at your watch and you're like, oh God, how is it that late?
So yeah, so since then, I mean, especially for Fan Expo, I've just been parked in the south building the whole time. Like, that seems to be where a lot of the cosplayers migrate anyways. I know it means I'm missing out on the celebs, but I don't go for the celebs anyways. It doesn't really make a difference. Michael's saying you'll be fine. You don't know. You will get a ton. I guess we're going to find out. That's America's ass. Thank you, Ant-Man. Hugs, I prefer the ill-gotten variety. Our friend Andrew Saxon, who on Instagram is known as Ill-Gotten Hugs. By the way, if you've not checked out his Instagram, I highly recommend you do. Andrew is one of those guys that not only makes really really good cosplays, but he tends to find those characters that don't get made a lot. Especially what he's picked up from my favorites of his have been the ones that he's picked up from the DC Harley Quinn animated series.
Hey.
His Kite Man and his Condiment Kings are like so good. Hell yeah. And yeah, the Condiment King. It's just so yeah, definitely check out Hugs. His Instagram, Ill-Gotten Hugs cosplay. It's so good. I need all 3 days to make it from one side to the other. Well, that's our friend Steven Groot. Yeah, that's because you're 8 feet tall and you can't walk one step without 87 people wanting pictures with Groot. So I feel like that's a tiny bit your fault, sir.
It's like you knew what was happening when you put on the stilts.
Yeah, talking about Ill-Gotten Hugs, Steve says his pencil guy is my absolute favorite. I want to say that's the Eraser is what I want to say that is. Then Kite Man. Yeah. I mean, if there's a cosplay you're more known for, Andrew, than Kite Man, I don't know what it is. Everybody loves your Kite Man, which he made himself, which if you were at CK Expo last year, yes, you would have seen Andrew take home the first place prize in the artisan or advanced category for his Kite Man. And
yep,
most of what he said that day was just hell yeah. And it was perfect. Our friend Megan, how did you do in that contest again? I don't remember. Where did you?
I think I did pretty good. I came in second.
Yeah. So Megan came in second. So CK Expo, for those of you that don't know, is a wonderful one-day con that takes place in Chatham, Kent, Ontario. That is west of where I am in London. So it's about an hour east from Windsor. So if you're coming from Toronto, it's probably closer to like 3 hours. It's a bit of a jaunt. It's at the John D. Bradley Center. This year's taking place on April 29th. It's run by my good friend, Robert Bellamy, and it is a non-profit convention. There's a rare, but it is. It is, I believe, Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Chatham, Kent is the charity that is most benefited from CK Expo. Celebrity guests, friend of the podcast, Matthew G. Taylor. I actually managed to hook them up, and Matthew G. Taylor is going to be a featured guest at CK Expo this year. So April 29th, don't miss it. If you're going to be in the area, take the time. It is a fantastic event. Megan, are you going to CK Expo this year?
I was gonna say, or be like me and drive 2 hours anyways, just because you want to go.
Yeah, exactly. I am going to be there. It'll be, I don't know if it's my 3rd year, or my 4th year. I host the cosplay contest, so I don't judge. I mean, I judge people most harshly, but I don't judge the cosplay contest. I'm just the mouthpiece up on the microphone, officiating, I guess you could say, the cosplay contest.
Just talking, because as we can tell, it's good at talking.
Well, he likes talking. I don't know if he's good at talking. That's very kind of you to say, but he likes it. That's for sure. Likes the sound of his own voice. Holy shit. When he listens back to the podcast, he just fast forwards to the part that he's talking. It's a big hike from Niagara, saying Sam. Yeah, dude, absolutely. Like I don't blame anybody for not going, but I mean, it's not only is it a fantastic, like that they pack that convention center. That convention center holds about 2,500 people, and it's full. Like that's it's only the one day. It's only on the Saturday this year, the 29th, and it's for a worthy cause. And you get to see the nice part. Not to digress. The nice part when you do get east of essentially of London, especially if you start going west. When you get west of London, and when you get west of Toronto, in particular. You do get to run into people and cosplayers and really talented individuals that you don't really get to see a lot of, because it is such a hike for them. Like Sam's saying, it's such a hike to get from Niagara. You get to interact with essentially a whole different group of people that have a slightly different outlook on cosplay and conventions and how that works. And it's almost like and of course, guys, I have nothing against my London folks. And I certainly have nothing against my Toronto peeps. Love you guys to pieces. Been cosplaying with you guys for years, but getting to interact with almost a whole different group of people is actually pretty cool. So if you have a chance, come on out and check it out, and you'll be supporting a worthy cause. So that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you decided what you're going to cosplay for that event, Megan?
I would say, I think I might do my widow, since I just finished sewing it. I might probably, I think I might use that guy. We're going to see how she holds up for Toronto Comicon, but
I think I'm going to do Ledger Joker, which I've not done in a long time. So
Well, that's just what we need when you have a microphone.
It's gonna be good. Stephen Jones is saying first time going to CK, and I'm so excited. So we will not be seeing Groot at any of the Toronto cons this year, but he is even coming out to CK Expo. So guys, if you've got an opportunity, come check it out. Our friend Keith, the London Superman, saying got my tickets for CK Expo. Awesome, well done, sir. By the way, I think it's like $10 or $15. It's not a lot to get in, guys.
Expensive now.
No, it's fantastic. There are celebrities. There are Goes. My friend Aaron runs Goes.
Oh no, are we losing Jeff?
So Goes will be there. I'm freezing.
Oh, there we go.
All right. Sorry, I was mentioning that Aaron, who runs Goes, will be there, and he'll be having the video game set up there as well. So they also have a bunch of tabletop games that they're doing at CK Expo. So there's all kinds of things for you guys to do.
Nice.
Thor and Groot are going. And then someone was shouting something. Where did I see the shouty bits? Oh yeah, Steve Jones, Widow and Groot photos.
Yes,
I'm sure.
I'm on board.
I'm sure Megan can help you make that happen for sure. Sam is saying, fun fact, the highway between London and Windsor is surrounded by cornfields. That is a fun fact, Sam. Thank you very much. Are you a geography major? I didn't know. Stephanie Lalonde here saying, always down for meeting new cosplayers. Yeah, man, it's fun. That's I know some of us do suffer from a little bit of social anxiety. I get that. Yes, Megan is one of them. But I mean, at the end of the day, we are putting on a costume and kind of putting ourselves out there, and we are going to meet other people, and meeting fans of different genres and stuff is awesome and great, and I love that. But yeah, meeting other cosplayers is super fun too.
Yep. And of the ways to interact with other humans, this is one of the best ways because you already know that they're your type of human. So it removes some of the stress.
And I know for a lot of us too, and I've heard other people talking about this, is you kind of have a bit of separation because you're not interacting as you're interacting as whatever character you're portraying, and they're interacting as whatever character they're portraying. So you do have that little bit, and I find it helps a lot of people kind of not come out of their shell so much, but at least aids them in the interaction because they don't have to be their own self or whatever. But not that there's anything wrong with yourselves. We love each and every one of you, except for you, and you know who I'm talking to. Stephen G asking, where's CK Expo? It is in Chatham, Kent. So you are, like I said, you're probably right smack dab in the middle between London, Ontario, and Windsor, Ontario. You're about an hour from each of those. So west of London, east of Windsor is what you're talking about for the Chatham, Kent area. Natasha, right, I'm hoping to enter the contest as Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. Amazing. Absolutely. So this year at CK Expo, we're adding a new category too. So not only will we have our usual categories of novice, intermediate, and advanced, we're also introducing a group category this year at CK Expo.
Nice.
So if you're coming with friends and you guys all match up,
That's what
category, guys. Big shout outs, by the way, to Lindy Cosplay Supplies, who sometimes here is on the chat with us, and Lens Mills. Those are the two big sponsors for CK Expo that provide all the prizes for the winners in their respective categories.
Okay, well, I say we've gone pretty intense for CK Expo. Before we go completely off the rails, do you want to say what your con and what your cosplay is going to be for Sunday?
Yes, thank you for getting us back on track. Sunday. Yeah, you're right. I went off. This whole thing's about Toronto Comicon. Spends half an hour talking about CK Expo.
That's fine. Like, it's still promo. It's a con that's coming up, but like
it feels. Yeah. By the way, the Geeks and Co are not at CK Expo. It's just me. It's not an official Geeks and Co event. That segue felt a lot like this week's episode of Mandalorian. Anyways,
let's
Sunday after the. I don't even know what you like. I know it seems like I'm Barry Horowitzing it here and just patting ourselves in the back, but I can't think of any other way to say it. After the tremendous turnout and success of DC Day on Sunday at Fan Expo, sponsored by the Geeks and Co, we figured if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So Sunday is DC Day again. Now we keep bringing up these cosplay meetups at the Cosplay Photo Park of the time, but understand we're doing that all day at the booth, each individual day. Friday, and I should mention too, and I'm so sorry that I didn't mention it at the top of the podcast, Friday we have a featured cosplay guest at the booth for Star Trek, our good friend Bakari Cosplay, check him out on Instagram. You will not be disappointed. Is going to be front and center at our booth on Friday and during the photo meetup as his Locutus of Borg. Chef's freaking kiss. We've had Richard Bakari on the podcast before. Go back and check that one out. Go onto Instagram and check out his Instagram because, I mean, yeah, the man is just ridiculously talented. Yes, so Friday, Bakari Cosplay, front and center, going to be hanging out with us all day at the booth. Sunday is DC Day.
Yes. And
so
what cosplay are you going to be wearing on Sunday?
I'm going to be wearing, I'm going to be Wave Rider, who's a really rarely, I never see, he's gold, he's rainbow. It's really, no, I'm going to be the Batman. Yes, I am going to be the Batman, the same Pattinson Batman. So the Patman.
Please never say that again.
I'm going to be the Patman, and I made a slight improvement adjustment to the costume. So I have a new cowl that I'll be wearing. I was not happy with the old cowl, so I will be debuting a new Patman cowl. No. Patman. So that's what I'm doing. JS that day, I think he's going to be doing his Red Hood sort of mashup, and I know Rob is going to be doing his Riddler from the Batman. And again, we've already talked about Victoria is going to be joining us as her Catwoman from the Batman. Megan, what are you doing on Sunday?
I would say I will be wearing my my Poison Ivy. I haven't done any updates to it since wearing it for London Comicon, but she comfy and it's good DC. So
yep. So again, now guys, we keep going on about these themes and everything else. We're not like, if you're not wearing what our theme is, don't not come to the booth. That's not what we're saying. Obviously, still join us at the booth. Come get cool pictures, hang out, interact, whatever. That's all cool. But yeah, if you are wearing what we're wearing on that particular day, yes, please come get some epic, huge group pictures with us and meet us at the photo park for our meetup. So Sunday, we're back to 1 o'clock for the DC meetup at the Cosplay Photo Park, right behind the food court again. So join us for that. And again, you can find that in the app and on the website. Yeah, good call. And I guess if there's going to be beans spilled, because we are already 47 minutes in, I guess if there's going to be beans spilled, before I get to, there's a bunch of stuff in the chat, guys. I will get to it, I promise you. There's the potential. All right. I'm probably going to get in shit for this, by the way. But I'm going to do it anyway.
Out of the camera, being like,
because it's tomorrow. It starts tomorrow. If we don't start spilling beans now, what are we going to do?
Okay, do it.
All right.
Do it.
During one of our our calls where we have calls with each other, where the whole Geeks & Co team meets up and we have virtual calls, I had suggested at the time that we apply for a press pass, a media pass, as we obviously do interviews on the floor all the time. And the 1 year that we were there going live from the con floor, we entered into the celeb area and we got hassled by a person that wanted to see our media credentials if we were going to film in the area where the celebs were. So I suggested that we get media passes this year. I am happy to say that those media passes were approved. So we won't just have exhibitor passes, we will also have media passes. Now, with those media passes, you have the opportunity to ask for specific interviews with any of the guests of the con. So I'm going to say this out loud so you all know. We've not heard back yet. We have been approved for our press and media passes. That's already been done. But we had to ask for specific people to interview.
Yep.
So we asked for Emily Swallow, who plays the armorer on Mandalorian, Andy Serkis, who needs no introduction, but is the new Alfred, by the way, in the bat. And I'm wearing this shirt tonight in honor of Carl Urban. So again, let me preface.
We've not heard back.
We've not heard back. And I have a feeling the chances of any of those happening is extraordinarily small, but it is possible. Everyone, cross your fingers, put out that good energy in the universe, pray to whatever God you believe in, that we get approved and that we get a chance to sit down and talk with 1, 2, or even all 3 of those celebs. So
cool.
those are the beans spilled. Feel free to sound off in the comments. What if let's just say we do? What would you like us to ask? It will probably be a very finite amount of time, and I don't imagine we'll have a lot of questions to ask. I imagine it's only going to be maybe 3 or 4 questions, but if there's something you think we should be asking any one of those 3 people, throw it in the comments below, and we'll see if we can get to it. This is all a pipe dream. We're not getting any of it. That's fine.
I know.
Fine.
Oh my God.
I know.
Okay. The broadcast television student that still lives inside my soul is so stressed that we won't know until tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're not going to be prepared enough. And I
know. Honestly, I've already got a bunch of. I've been doing the interviews in my head ever since we found out that we might be doing it, and I figure I'll probably be the one doing the interviews in the first place. So it'll be fine. I'm not nervous about that at all. It would be great to get a chance to sit down and talk with all 3 of them about what they're doing on their respective stuff. So, anyways, back to what we were doing before. Steve in London saying, Groot in London saying, I don't even suffer from social anxiety, and even I have an easier time inside the costume. I guess it's actually a pretty good for someone. Yeah, it is pretty good to be someone else for a little while. It's a nice little bit of escapism. There's no question there. Jack Nicholson Joker says my buddy Chris Gillings, who is the St. Thomas Batman. Yeah, that is. I've done Leto and I've done Ledger. I think I'm jokered out at that point. I think I'm good. Barry Horowitz, what a reference, dude, man. Like, gotta pat yourself in the back. What are you gonna do? Anyone doing karaoke Friday with Emily Swallow, aka Yammer? I know I'm not. I love me some karaoke, but I wasn't gonna buy tickets. Like Megan had mentioned, we're probably just gonna like pass out on Friday night.
Yeah,
like, by the way, Friday's also St. Patty's Day, so like we're not getting in. You're not getting into any bars or restaurants or anything. It's gonna be like mental. Stephanie saying, looking forward to Sunday. Absolutely, yeah. Sunday, DC Day, always good. Michael posting his lineup Sunday, Paul Atreides with Jolene in her still suit, which is badass. Yeah, I cannot wait to see you guys. That's from Dune. If you guys are up on that. Stephen G saying no way. Okay, so these are the reactions coming in from the people from the bean spilled. So there's lots of like side eyes. Stephen G saying yes. I hope you get all of them. Keith is telling us never say never. Sam is saying ask him about Dread 2 for the love of Groot, half joking. I would ask him specifically about Mega City 1, which was announced a couple of years ago. I don't know where the development on that stands. I know that he said he would be part of it if asked to come back. So, Sam, that's not out of the question. There have been some recent rumblings about properties that he's been involved in, though. So, I mean, we would see. But yeah, I would love to ask him about Dread, obviously. That would be amazing for sure. Steven is saying good luck. Thank you very much. Our friend Michael is saying damn. Yeah, again, guys, we have the media passes. At least we have the press pieces. So I mean, press passes. So at least
we'll be able to record without getting like shoved out of sections of the con.
We can film from afar. At the very least, we can film them from afar. We just might not get an opportunity to talk to them. So we will see. Stephen G saying Emily would be a great interview. She's so nice, as is Andy. I've not heard a bad word about all 3 of them, and I think that helped with directing us as to who we wanted to talk to specifically. But of course, everybody wants to talk to those people. So and again, they have a finite amount of time. So, and we're just a wee little channel on here on YouTube with a wee little podcast that every now and then people seem to enjoy. So, I just got an Instagram message. I'm wondering if that's JS giving me heck. Oh no, okay, good.
Is it going to be what are you doing? Why did you say it?
How could you, guys? Come look for me at the booth, because I may be in a crumpled heap in the back, having been circle booted by him and Rob for a half an hour. So there'll probably be a big red slap mark face from producer Jen there on my because I definitely spilled some beans on this one, kids. So
we'll need to see what happens.
Beans yet. It's like the promise of it's a promissory note of beans. That's all it is. So yeah. Sam saying haven't heard anything about MC1 or Mega City 1. I have not either since the initial announcement and them talking to Urban about a possible return, which he seemed to be down for. So but then of course the plague hit. So I assume that,
we haven't heard anything since the plague.
Yes, it's a high concept show that's going to have a lot of by the way, I think the volume would come in really, really handy for a show like Mega City 1 to really highlight that dystopian type of features. So the volume is what they use in The Mandalorian to show you all those incredible backgrounds of Tatooine and all the different Coruscant and everything else. So I think that would work really, really well with Mega City 1, really show off what that what that environment, what that world is like. But anyways, fava beans and a nice Chianti. For the sake of our viewers, I will not make that sound.
No.
No.
Thank you.
Spilled beans. Yes, beans will be peeled. I can picture Jeff getting whooped by Jen, the goddess of everything, and just screaming cosplay is not consent. That's I'm sure there's people that would pay real good money to even watch that happen. But I don't know. I can bob and weave pretty good. I can duck on Saturday. If she tries to kick my ass on Saturday, I'll have a shield. I have a vibranium shield. I'll be good.
There you go.
Yep, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll probably get stabbed by a predator, but I mean,
We always keep going on and on about how you used to run all the time. Let's see how fast you still are.
well, that will be the key. Can I run faster scared than they can angry? That's what we're gonna find out for sure. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I mean, who knows? I think you guys have brought up some really good points, by the way, throughout the course of this.
Oh no.
Jamie, as her sister who has fought her, don't do it, run. Yeah, I mean, that's not,
Yeah, see, take
I
the
mean,
advice.
you know, yeah. I think we brought up, yeah, I think you guys have really kind of opened up. By the way, thanks for everybody that's been participating in the chat. You guys, this is exactly what I was hoping we would get tonight.
Interaction is key.
We wanted it to be about you guys, about what you're looking forward to. Has anybody got any, excuse me, pardon me, has anybody got any vendors that they want to talk about real quick or shout out real quick that you guys are looking forward to seeing, or artists that you're looking forward to get some prints from or some autographs from? Cosplayers maybe that you're looking forward to running into or seeing that maybe haven't joined us here in the chat. Anything like that, if you guys want to talk about that, throw it in the chat. We're coming up on an hour now. This was going to be a shorter one anyways, so we're probably only going to have you on for, maybe another 5 or 10 minutes or whatever before we start to sign off and pack it in. But I just want to throw that out there.
I still got some bread to put in the oven tonight.
Right? Just got a butt in the oven, kids.
Dear God, not that.
Jen, Keith is saying Jen might have Thanos's blade and will cut through your vibranium. So run. Let's not introduce that into the universe. Let's
just not.
Are they doing combo tickets with Go Train tickets again? I don't know. I can tell you that you can't get tickets right now. In fact, Saturday tickets got sold out so much they started offering Saturday afternoon only tickets, like Saturday after 2:00. And then even those got sold out. So yeah, this is going to be a very, very well-attended con. So yeah, that's a good question, Sam. I don't know if they're doing the combo tickets, but if they are, you probably have missed your chance to get it in combination with a con ticket, because I don't think you can get, at least not Saturday. Maybe you can still get a Friday or a Sunday ticket, but you cannot get a Saturday ticket right now. They are sold out. Stephen G saying, yes, I'd like to give a shout out to Geeks & Co. because, the bee's knees. Stop.
Wow.
We are the cat's pajamas. Absolutely. The dog's bollocks, if you will. Now it is after 3 p.m. is what Michael is saying on the website. Yeah. So I don't know capacity wise. I would assume that the North building holds more people than the South building just because it doesn't have all those escalators, all that like kind of wasted area. But I don't know what
they might be able to get away with selling more tickets because of all the floors in between, because that's where people could like conceivably
congregate. Fair enough. Yeah. And I know there are at least a couple of floors on the North building, but not like the South. Yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know. It just seems like the actual main floor area seems bigger in the North than it does in the South. But Sam is saying, I checked for the curious and myself. Sunday is still available, and you can add on Go Tix during checkout. So food for thought. And that's what Stephen G is saying as well. I got combo tickets for Sunday. So it sounds like if you're looking to go on one, by the way, it's usually Friday's a later start. Like they usually run the Friday like 3 to 7 or whatever. Nuh-uh.
Full day.
Not this year, kids. So it's 10 o'clock on Friday, 10 o'clock on Saturday, 10 o'clock on Sunday. So Friday is a full day. So if there are Friday tickets available, you're not working that day, and you probably want to have your best chance of being able to move around and actually see everything, Friday might be the day to go. And then you can come by our booth and see all the cool Star Trek shit with Richard Bakari and his badass Borg, and then all our Strange New Worlds. Our friend Crazy Mike Cosplay is going to be there. He's going to have the Monster Maroon. He's going to be doing OG Leonard Nimoy Spock, Wrath of Khan era Spock. I believe, I hope, I'd have to check his lineup. I think our friend Grayson Grid Cosplay, I think Robbie's bringing his OG, like original series Captain Kirk.
Ooh, okay.
Yep. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Jolene, our friend Jolene, is going to be joining us as an alternate nurse chapel. Not an alternate, but another nurse chapel. I believe we have the potential to have 2 Unas. I know our friend Darkly Design Cosplay is going to be coming out in her number 1. And I believe Ms. Chantel might be joining us later in that day, hopefully in her number 1 as well. We'll see. Robbie is per his lineup last I saw anyway. Awesome. Perfect. Yeah. So that is good. Steven saying I'll be in my armor all the way from Kingston to Ottawa, then on the go for an hour. Yeah, if that ain't the cosplay life, kids.
Yep.
I don't know what is.
I would say public transit and cosplay is the way to go.
And this is where we boot Jamie from the Geeks and Company. Cool Star Trek. I'm sorry you don't know what's good. That's a tiny bit your fault. Anyone just love the looks they get while they go on a train all dressed up. I'm sure we've all done it. I'm sure we've all got stories about being on some kind of transit or just walking down the street to a con and you're already in costume because it was just easier to put on. Megan, have you got any funny stories about being on transit?
I've blocked out a lot of the interactions that I had on the TTC, because every time, whenever the KW Marvelous Girls, when we were still driving from Kitchener to Toronto every day for each con when we were all still in college, we would do the drive up, we'd park at Kipling Station and then take the subway all the way down to Union and then just go into the convention center. And yeah, every time we'd always go already in costume because we didn't want to change. And there were some interesting days. One that got a lot of looks was the day that we did our group of different Lady Gagas, because it was a lot. It was a lot even in the con. When we were out in public, we got some good looks.
I do remember it specifically when I was at the height of Negan's popularity on the height of The Walking Dead. Just walking, having to. Specifically remember Niagara Falls Comicon. The one year I went as Negan, it was when Cecil Grimes was there and he had his booth set up and everything else. And I stayed at a hotel that was kind of like the other end of Stanley Street. And the convention center in Niagara Falls is at the far end. So I'm walking like probably a good 6 or 7 blocks as Negan in the middle of the day, and people shouting from restaurants, people stopping their cars to take pictures, people honking at me, people rolling down their window to scream at me on the streets. I hate you. You killed Glenn. All that shit. Oh, dude. I don't think we ever gotten anything that intense. Most of the reactions we normally would get with people actually talking to us would be if we were in Disney princess things. We would get a lot of, "Oh, is there a parade? Are you guys part of an event?" And I'm like, "No, we're just choosing to do this." Yeah, it's a parade of us. I have breaking news. Done.
Hey!
From the man himself, the heart and soul of the Geeks and Company, J.S. Belanger, is saying the booth is done. Woo! That is sweet. Public service announcement, by the way. Michael Delaney giving us an update for Toronto Comicon. There is no coat check this year. I have seen this talked about. I think there's a Fan Expo fan page. It's got thousands of members on it, and they did mention that there is no coat check. So
because the coat check used to be in the South Building.
Yeah. So I imagine that's more of a, I don't know if they have the facilities to holy shit. They don't have the facilities to facilitate a coat check. I am such an idiot. So dress appropriately, but understand if you bring a coat, you're just going to be carrying it with you for the whole con. So in answer to your obvious question, can you drop it at our booth? No. We are not a coat check, unfortunately. I'm so sorry, guys. If I tell you guys you can drop your coats to the booth, there's going to be 8,000 coats at our booth. So,
yep, it'll just be a mountain at the back.
That's right. And we're taking tickets and no, we're not. We cannot do that. I apologize. I mean, if you've got a friend at the con and they've got a booth and they'll take your coat, awesome. Facilities to facilitate Stop it. I already said I was stupid. You don't have to make fun of me on top of that.
maybe just a little bit.
Oh yeah, Sam talking about being up there. He's dressed as Dredd, and people are like, "Officer, officer," and me like, "I'm not a cop."
It's like, please do not bring your crimes to me. I cannot help.
I am not a police officer. I just play one on TV. I cannot help you. The booth is done. That's crazy town. What an amazing job. Like, let's like a little round of applause for
with that 1
yeah,
hour.
well done, guys. Well done. That's super awesome. So yeah, so we're gonna have some, like I said earlier, we're gonna have some new things at the booth this year. We're gonna have the pillars, we're gonna have the new backdrop. We're gonna have some sound this year as well for the first time that we're supplying. So get ready for that. You'll hear some music and my smooth dulcet tones. Maybe we'll have some.
What Jeff needs is a microphone.
Well, we did talk about how I like to hear the sound of my own voice. There's an amazing picture on JS's Insta story. Oh, is there now? Well. Let's see if we can see what we can. How do I not have his story just come up immediately on my feed? He's like me compadre. How's this?
In the front.
There he is. Let's see if we can see this story. Not that one. No, there's not. Maybe it's on the Geeks & Co. one.
It's like, excuse me, where is
I feel lied to.
Been betrayed.
No. Now, mind you, I am on the PC, so maybe there's. Maybe it's wonky, but
pulling this up from my.
It's on Rob's. Oh, there we go. All right, we'll get there, guys. We'll get there eventually. I'm being misled. Mannequins.
We thought we knew what was happening.
Andy Serkis, okay. Rob the bad guy, sure. Okay, I saw all this. There he is. Blah, blah, blah. That's not weird at all.
Ooh.
Traffic. Hey, there it is.
It's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Not gonna
Look
lie.
at
that. Look at that. No, I don't want to report it as inappropriate. I sent it. Jeff, check your messages. I sent it. Okay, perfect. I have a bunch of messages in there. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to like do stuff.
I was say, I don't know. Is there a way for you to put the photo?
I don't. What am I, like the guy that knows these things? Come on, man. Like, I'm not.
Technology.
Listen. All right. Hold on.
That's okay. Everyone just go and follow Rob the bad guy, and then you can see it on his story.
Hold on. Wait. I think maybe, possibly. Ooh. Hold on.
Are we going to see a technological feat?
Share screen. I understand. Let's proceed. Window. This. Share.
We get to see in real time the process of someone figuring out how to share a photo.
Can you see? You cannot see, can you?
We cannot see.
Well, it says it's sharing a window. Do I have to wait? Hold on. Wait. No. None of these. No. Stop everything you're doing. Why are you doing this? Well, what have we learned today, kids? We've learned that maybe Crazy Mike Cosplay is not the only one that's really not good. Oh, wait, hold on. Aha!
Hey, there we go.
For the faithful that stuck around this long, by the way, thank you so much. Look at that piece of beauty.
It looks so good.
Kidding me? Can I zoom in a little bit? So
it looks so good.
Is that zoom working on your end? Can you see that?
Working.
Okay. Doing it. So you can see the pillars that the amazingly talented Rob the Bad Guy and J.S. Belanger made. Those are made from scratch, by the way, guys. Those are not, in fact, stone pillars. Those are, in fact, mostly, I believe, pink foam insulation. So they are. They are modular as well. And then you can see the new backdrop, the jungle back there. So just imagine yourself standing there with a couple of badass predators. What I would really like is I'm going to be Pike. And if someone can wear a classic Gorn suit, he and I can fight here on that. That would be amazing. Yeah, who cares? You can use it any way you want, guys. And you can see there's different logos here. You've got Predators, you've got Black Panther, you've got Alien, you've got Mandalorian. You've got some bat signals, some bat stuff there. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's how dope is that?
Gonna be so cool.
I have very talented friends.
You
I'm
do.
sure they'd be upset if I called them friends here, but
I think
there is your sneak peek on what's going on. That's okay. Check it. Okay, I did. It's there we go. Where's the mannequin, Rob? I don't know. Jamie's asking where the mannequin Rob is. JS is saying he just posted a pic. Michael's saying it looks friggin' badass. Yes, it does. Again, hats off to the boys. Whew. Very, very good.
They did so
Rob the bad guy. Does he know I exist? Sir, I was misled. Okay. I was told it was on JS's story. I checked that, and then I checked the other account he has access to, and it wasn't there either. So you know how much I love you. You know the love I have for you. I cried on your shoulder at Fan Expo last year. Come on.
It's a bonding moment.
Jeff, I'm just trying to run a podcast. Keep your attention. Explain what he's doing. Search the IG, etc. all at once. I know they're plebs. I agree, man. Total plebs. Like they don't even. It's bullshit. No one cares. No one knows what it's like to be the Batman. Keith L saying we were enjoying the smoke coming out of your ears, figuring it out. All right.
It was mostly contained by the headphones. Don't over exaggerate.
Have to let me know if they are Groot photo sized. They are. I can already let you know. You will look amazing with that. Yeah, for sure. Sweet everything. Love that jungle background though, right? Vistaprint to the goddamn rescue. Look at the Geeks and Co logos on the bottom. Absolutely. Yeah. When you're there, guys, definitely check out and they will come with us. So as far as official booth goes, you will see us, of course, at London Comicon this year as well. I've already spoken to the guys at London Comic. They're excited to have us back. Obviously, our event in London on May the 4th for Free Comic Book Day, a little bit different vibe, a little bit different feel. Probably not going to see a lot of that prop work and stuff there, but still, if you're in the London area, we encourage everybody to come out May the 4th for our May the 4th Star Wars celebration. That is at London Brewing Co-op. So not only will you be able to come out and have some cool Star Wars interactions, you can have a beer. You can have several beers if you're not driving and enjoy yourself. Have a good time. There will be trivia. There will be prizes. There will be beer. There will be us. There will be Star Wars. What more could you want?
Can't think of anything.
Oh, and it's free. You can just show up. There's no cost for it. How are we doing this for free? That makes no sense. We will be involved with the charity. We will be taking donations for that, but it's not like you can't do this without making a donation. We're not doing that. We're just going to have donation boxes out. We'll name the charities that we're supporting, and if you want to get involved, please get involved. Stephen G is saying, since it will be a selfie zone at the booth this year, will there be a stick to glue our phones to? You must provide your own selfie stick and out yourself as a giant fucking nerd. Obi-Wan grew Toby. Hello there. I think that's pretty good. I think we should probably end it on the preview of the booth. I think that's pretty great. So once again, huge thanks to JS, Jen, and Rob for going to Toronto tonight. Set up the booth. It looks that I already knew everything that was going to be there, and even I'm like, holy shit. So I mean,
all of it together is great.
Amazing guys. This weekend is going to be a weekend to remember. Please, if you're going to be at Toronto Comicon, come and find us North Building, upper right corner, by the food court, by the Cosplay Photo Park, by our friends at the Doctor Who Society, and we're going to be right beside the Cosplay Alliance. Come see us, get your pictures taken, look at some cool shit, watch some videos. And hey, if we're doing the live podcast, which I don't know if I even mentioned, we're going to do the live podcast every day. If you're around, you might get it up on the podcast.
Be on. We're going to be going live.
Yeah,
Talk,
I
interact.
I won't drag anybody in, but if you're there and I motion to you and you're cool with being interviewed, I'll come talk to you, because that's what I do. Not by the crepes. Michael, don't worry, man. I'll have a couple of warm for you when you get to the booth. It'll be good.
It'll be good.
Yeah. So I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm so tired. We are encouraging you once again, guys, if you haven't already, and I know we've lost most of you at this point, but if you haven't already, please throw us a subscribe at the bottom of the YouTube channel. It helps us immensely. We have a goal in mind for this year. We're getting close. And if you want to throw a like and a comment in there, that would help us as well. Megan, last words for the faithful here tonight?
I say, last words is everybody who can just get your butts to Toronto Comicon because we want to see you. We want you to be there. It'll be good.
Couldn't have said it any better myself, guys. We will see you next Thursday. I don't have the schedule in front of me, so I don't know what we're doing, who we're talking to, or who's going to be on. I assume we'll be talking a lot about Toronto Comicon as far as an official capacity, but we will be live from the con every single day. I know Friday and Sunday we're aiming for 3:00. Saturday's going to be a little bit later because, of course, we have our meetup at 2:30. But watch for the live podcast. Join us if you can. If you're there, hopefully we get to interview and talk to you guys. Otherwise, we're going to see you. We're going to see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Stay geeky, everybody.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Geek Boutique podcast. Like always, if you prefer to listen to us, you can find us on all major podcast platforms. Now, make sure you don't forget to click that like and subscribe button, as well as the notification bell to make sure you never miss an